Hey everyone, it's Wake Angel 2001, getting some in front of the camera time because I'm addressing something from my Reddit thread for once. Yeah, the Wake Angel 2001 Reddit is still a thing and I check it every day. It's just that, editing videos that involve stuff on it takes time that I usually don't have, because I'm working on your custom toys, this is a kind of thing that takes up a lot of time. And as we all know, I'm not an editor. Anyone who's watched my videos knows that I'm all about making stuff with my hands. Like, I have very little self-taught skill in actually editing videos. But this is actually something that I felt warranted it because it's so related to, toys. Basically, Slim Cognito and Sparkle 404 have brought attention to the bootleg Sonic toys that have been showing up in stores. Apparently they're dropping at places like Ross. We don't have any Rosses near where I live, but I imagine this might be something you find in other liquidator stores, like perhaps Marshall's or something like that. I'm not 100%. But basically, they're Sonic figures that look almost identical to the original Sonic figures, except for noticeable differences. These pictures here show, like, the plastic is a little bit darker, there's noticeable paint bleed, you can see mold flashing on their joints, and, but, they look very official. Like, they have all the same molding, and even the packaging is virtually identical. So, what's up with this stuff, huh? Now, I'm not the first person to bring this up, as there was another YouTuber. Yeah, this video by Steakosaurus here is an actual video review of the bootleg figures, because he actually got his hands on one to compare to an official one, and I can see where he's getting at. Now, oh, by the way, if you want to follow Steakosaurus, go ahead and do that, because he also makes custom Sonic figures, and his stuff is really cool. He dyes parts so he doesn't have to worry about joints not matching. And he has a resin printer and a 3D scanner. Like, his operation is way more high-end than mine is. But that's neither here nor there. I'll put his channel in the link below, because he has way fewer subscribers than I do. Although his videos get more views, I just feel like I have a high subscriber count, relatively speaking, but, like, I say, like, maybe 2% of my viewers are actually active. So, whatever. Hit the bell and the subscribe button so you get notified of these, I guess. But yeah, like Steakosaurus, he speculated that they might be, factory rejects. I'm not sure if this counts, but, remember this Resource Amy Rose figure? I got her only a few years ago, off of eBay. She's not a knockoff, but, she didn't have any packaging or anything, so it's believed that there might have been when they mass produce figures, sometimes they have initial runs or bad runs where the figures aren't quite up to the par, so the company rejects them, and I assume they would either get recycled or they're sold off. Like the factory workers take them home and sell them off on eBay or whatever. So yes, there is a possibility that what he's talking about are factory rejects, like rejected parts that they decide to put together anyway and then release on the market of cheap liquidation figures so that they can write off and it's not a total loss. But I would also speculate that these might be higher end bootlegs. These are things that I learned about from other toy reviewers like Vangelis and stuff, that sometimes after closing hours, the people who work in the factories will put their own material into the machines and make bootlegs of the figures. Like, they still use the official mold and tooling and the same equipment and stuff, so they do come out higher quality than most bootlegs tend to, except since there's no quality control and it isn't the officially, it's not the materials that the actual company would use, but just rather whatever the factory workers could get on their own, like the plastic isn't up to this good quality. So you get things like off color, like that could explain the darker blue used. You get parts that are normally cast in one kind of plastic instead being cast in a different kind and painted. Like in the video review, he shows that Sonic's arms are actually cast in like a yellow plastic and the skin tone is painted on top of them, which is not how the Sonic figures are made by Jakks Pacific. Sonic's arms are cast in the color that they are. So yeah, that's another thing. And worst of all, like the joints might feel janky because of it. Joints are the most difficult thing to do on an action figure. That's why I don't make my own figures from scratch on my 3D printer. I have to use an existing figure and then make new parts on it, because I can't make the joints. There's palm plastic and ABS and different types of plastic that have different degrees of flexibility that change their ability to hold friction. So like if you use plastic that's too soft, then the parts are just going to squish around and bend and they won't really move very well. But if they're too brittle, then they'll creak and squeak along each other and they might either just flop like door hinges or they'll snap something if they're too tight. So like there's a very delicate balance in getting the types of plastic that you need to use to make an action figure. And I believe that because of these poor joint tolerances, I think that's what happened with these guys. Although that doesn't explain how they end up in like regular stores in official looking packaging. Like it would be one thing if this is something that you bought off of suspicious sellers on eBay and stuff like that, but this is American retailers, and not like a 99-cent store, but like a serious, actual multi-billion-dollar business. So yeah, that's very strange, isn't it? But yes, if you happen to find a store that has these in stock, I absolutely would not recommend getting them to send to me as cheaper custom fodder. It is tempting to think so, like, oh hey, these figures are cheaper, they're less collectible because their quality is lower, and Wake Angel has used knockoff level figures in the past to make customs, right? But the truth is, like, after seeing him mess around with the figures, I don't think that they would be good for custom making. Like, the fact that when he was trying to take parts off so he can examine them, like how much less amicable the plastic was to having that done to it. Like a big part of making a custom figure is taking it apart and putting it back together again. So like if the plastic is so janky that those parts will break instead of actually doing their thing, then I absolutely would not recommend it. So yeah, that's my take on this rise of bootleg Sonic figures. Yeah, like don't get them. Like don't get them for your collection, and I wouldn't even recommend sending them to me for customs. Like Jakks Pacific still does frequent re-releases. I mean, they just re-released regular Sonic again, which I'm probably gonna have to buy because I got a custom coming up that's a fan character that would use a Sonic as the base. But yeah, that's Wake Angel 2001's advice on this kind of thing. So thank you all for watching this video, and let me know if you want to hear me talk about more Sonic related stuff, like my opinions on Sonic X Shadow Generations or anything like that. If I get any kind of substantial viewer count on this video, I might actually consider doing more stuff like this. So, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all those things that make the YouTube algorithm happy so that my video can be viewed by more people.